My name is Sam Razor, and I'm with Hippo Manager software, and we are developing veterinarian practice software that manages kind of end-to-end business operations for veterinary clinics. The problem that veterinarian clinics are facing right now kind of goes back to the fact that veterinarians, they go to vet school. They don't go to business school. So their primary focus is on patient care. And one of the side effects of that is that about 60% of vet practices don't incorporate best practices into some of their financial policies. They're losing thousands of dollars a year because of that. Also, turnover is a huge problem in veterinarian practices. About 30% of associate veterinarians turn over annually, about 45% of clinical staff. It works out to be a couple of $1,000s per employee every time that turns over. And also, veterinarians spend about 60% of their day using their veterinarian management software. So that's less than half their day they're actually dealing with patients. And when they're not seeing patients, they're losing money. So that kind of sets up for a bad business environment. There's a lot of room to improve, and there's a lot of money being left on the table. So the market, there's about 50,000 veterinarian practices in the United States, and there's about 3,500 new veterinarians each year. That means since the iPhone came out, about a quarter of the market is turned over for veterinarians. And the competition that's out there, there's 4 major players in the market. They occupy about 80% of the space. So there's about 20% of the space that's pretty competitive. But if you look at user reviews and industry satisfaction with the products that are out there, that slice gets a little bigger, goes to 36%. And it's going to get even bigger because 76% of the practices purchased their software prior to 2008. So it's dated software that's using. And that has some important consequences. One of those is the architecture. The software they're using now, in more than 90% of the practices, is local install server-based server-client software. That's expensive software to maintain. You have to pay for not only high capital investment initially, but also licensing. Not just licensing for the vet management software, but also for your Microsoft licensing, for your server OS, for your database, those sorts of things. Also your disaster recovery. So the solution is Hippo Manager. The reason we're the solution is that we're providing software as a service. It's all cloud-based. So no more high investment on servers, no more disaster recovery plans and expenses. Everything is provided, no more IT support. You're looking at about $10,000 worth of equipment that's required every time they have to cycle through. The next is usability. These are all older software. Because of their architecture, they don't move to new technology like the iPad very easily. All the data is locked up in each clinic. There's no way to access that through kind of a unified corporate portal. So they can get to that directly through the iPad, and would be the only product on the market right now that is geared that way. No more servers, no more expensive hardware. The next is industry collaboration. We're currently working with a number of distributors, both supply and equipment, to work out a strategic partnership so that we can not only provide them with great service through our software, but provide them with easy service to their products as well, resulting in additional savings. Like I mentioned, it's the only product on the market that's optimized to run on a tablet, whether it's an iPad, Android, it's platform neutral. And we cover all aspects of the business. Whether it's medical charting, prescription writing, financial reporting, inventory, scheduling, billing, all of those things are self-contained within the application. Those things all work together. So one process drives the other one to make it more useful. So as the veterinarian is charting the medical chart, it's adding inventory items, it's adding rescheduled reminders to drive the patient to more visits so there's less lost transactions. A status on our timeline. We've been working on this for about 2 years. We're getting ready to put together the market-ready product in December 2013. And we're finally glad to be getting to the end of the development so we can start pushing it out to the market. The team, myself, Bart Conrad, who's our developer, Brian Harvey, who works on our business analyst QA, and Craig Collins, also a developer. Our advisory board includes Ryan from Commonwealth Bank, Doc Skinner from Mount Sterling Vet Hospital, John from the Kentucky Petroleum Supply, and Sanjay, the controller at Root and Riddle Equine Hospital.